we've really got to work on your solo gliding there, bud. Toothless, you're pouting, big baby boo. We'll try this on. Oh, you feeling it yet? Yeah, you wouldn't hurt a one-legged.
All right, well, June 13th also brings another sequel into theaters, How to Train Your Dragon 2. Following up on the events from the 2010 first entry into the franchise, Toothless and Hiccup discover a new home of dragons and a mysterious person bent on disrupting the peace between animals and people. All the same cast and crew have returned for this sequel, Chris, so will we see a repeat of the original's acclaim with audiences and critics?
I really like the original it got 98% positive on Rotten Tomatoes, and that seems a little bit crazy, but the characters are great, the world is really fun, and it's surprising to me that it hasn't gotten a sequel before now, and I think it's a really good sign that they've been waiting for a really good story to come along. So I'm going to say 90% positive on Rotten Tomatoes and $75 million. I think families have been waiting on a great family-friendly movie to see this summer, and this is it.
One thing that's interesting about this sequel, Chris, is that this director seems like he's been pretty choosy about his projects.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrote and directed Lilo and Stitch. I think he also wrote Mulan, which both actually did really well.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch was 86%, Mulan was 86%. And they're both good. How to Train Your Dragon was 98%?
Yeah.
What? He seems like he knows what he's doing, and he seems like he's, like you said, being thoughtful about it. You know, that's been 4 years since the last one.
Yeah.
So, they managed to convince everyone to come back. The trailer isn't all that compelling. I don't know that they're going to sell it on that. I think people are going to go because they like the first one. So I said 88% and $55 million.
I think the 4-year gap is going to hurt this. I think that having that time, we talked about this just previously with 22 Jump Street, riding momentum usually does good things for both with the critics and with audiences especially. I can't go as high as either of you on this. I'm only going to go 83% positive because it is a sequel, and I think that there's no way it can repeat the 98% of the first one. And I'm only going to go 47 million, which would be great, but this year hasn't been that good for animated movies. Rio 2 is another sequel to a popular franchise, only made 39 million, so I can't go higher than 47 for this.
Dragons and Vikings! Enemies again! Oh! You know that doesn't wash out.